Hello everyone, it's Kissy, and today I decided I wanted to use this deck that has a lot to do with, it's more of a Santeria deck. So the reason I like using this, it really taps me into the intuitive qualities of my being. So there's not a lot of, there's analysis that comes about when I do this type of reading, but it's kind of like the free flow of information that comes through. So it's like, it's new to me in the sense that, which is why I do the analysis with it, because it 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 brings up a lot of the subconscious ideas. And that's what I love about this deck. It's not something that it's like, oh, this is a conscious thing, and it's not rigid, as we know, especially with tarot. It is an intuitive practice, but certain decks kind of feel so familiar that you speak it from your consciousness, or you speak it very kind of like matter of fact, whereas this kind of incites a certain level of the unknown that makes it more curious to explore. So anyhow, I guess for whoever that resonates, I had to explain that apparently. So I started to do a reading, and it was getting so interesting that I said, okay, I'll share this with my community, because it's coming through so effortlessly and so beautifully. All right. So we have here the Two of Air. We have these two beings that recognize each other. They're looking at each other. They're standing at a pond, but they're not quite in the water. They're just diving into the stream of water, and they're heading towards each other. They're facing each other, but they're not touching. They're just looking at each other. There's a sense of balance. There's a sense of symmetry. There's a sense of it's like, okay, we've come from, it's like you've come from the east and west, and you've merged together in this space. And now you're coming to this like agreement. Okay, here we go. Together we decide we're going to move forward in this direction, and as a team together. And it looks like it's bright. It looks like it's clear. It looks, it also looks as if the origin point in which you started together, you were basically like one being that was already, it's like as soon as it came together, it went into separation, and it went to the far ends of opposition, only to merge, only to come together in this very synchronistic moment where you come together, and you're not yet, like I said, you're not yet merged as one. You're still two individuals. But I guess at this point, you're looking at each other. You're coming to an understanding and in the recognition that we are one and the same, that we are birds of a feather flock together. I mean, these two birds are looking at each other like, oh, you're me. Oh, I'm you. Oh, we're the same. Okay, well, I'm going this way. Yeah, me too. I'm going that way. All right, so then want to go together that way? Sure, let's go together that way. That kind of thing. So it doesn't yet tell if it's going to merge as one. It just shows that the two beings have come face to face and are recognizing each other in each other. the devil in reverse. So this feels like whatever influences that were negatively impacting this no longer have power, have lost have had to go back to where they came from, simply because they don't hold any power over this connection. And then we have the Four of Air in reverse. So when I see this, I see, like I said, it's like water and earth are on top now. And the birds are flying underneath. In other words, with the way that the card is in reverse, but metaphorically speaking, or just so you can understand, the emotions and the body are now kind of on the surface. And all of the ideas and the concepts are kind of like beneath that. And it feels like it's the foundation where like the air or the ideas and the light is now at the bottom, or it's the foundation for this water and earth energy to be on top, or to take precedent, or to be what we are aware of now as the parts of it's like, see, it's like imagine being like a water creature and then being in the air and now seeing the environment that you came from an outside looking in. Now the foundation to observe your reality is from another aspect. It's from the other side. Listen, I'm loving this. All right, so we got Oshun. Oshun is the sun goddess, and she's open, she's free, she's abundant, she's beautiful, she's sensual, she's magnetic, she's peaceful, but she's powerful. And she's giving like reverence or gratitude for the food that she's been given. She's in prayer mode, and she has her back to the sun. Well, actually, no, I'm sorry. Let me rephrase that. It feels like the sun is rising behind her, and as the light is hitting the side of her body, her face is still in the shadow, like hidden still, but her body is being lit up. OMG. Oh, Lord. All right, so, and just as this is happening, here comes death. Of course, death always follows. Why does death always follow, Spirit? Why is this bastardo here? All right. Well, okay. Now, for some reason, I'm feeling like this could be what Oshun is pondering on or meditating on or leaving behind or accepting as an aspect of herself. I feel like Oshun is able to shine her light, her life of abundance, because in contrast, she can feel the sense of the mortal. I said mortal, but I guess, yeah, that's what I said. All right. She can feel the sense of that is it's the awareness of that, or the knowing of that, is what allows for that light to shine as bright as it does. Because it's like being in the moment is all we have, kind of thing. So it's like, might as well be that eminence, that greatness, And there's this peace about it. There's a reverence about it, a gratitude. And this Iku is what he's called. The skeleton wrapped in a black hood, kind of like a hooded cape, okay? He's like the Grim Reaper. But he comes with, he's like a dragon that attacks you. This is fire. This is you using your shield against that fire. You using your power of protection against the beast that was coming for your life, basically. You overcame a lot of despair as well. Like you were put through these trials. You had to fight this dragon, fire-breathing beast. Okay, then you were in this, what looks like I don't want to call it, it's like a jungle waters. It feels like jungle waters. And you were resourceful. You grabbed onto branches of trees to lift yourself out of these very deep and dark, murky waters. Scary ass waters. Yeah. I feel like these challenges came from a village being pillaged. Oh my Lord. That sounds terrible. I mean, because I know what it means personally, but I also, like, the image here, it's literally a village that's on fire and people are running for their lives. Some are, unable, they're injured, or they were taken over by what was happening. So there's a lot of like destructive energies, but it was in reverse, okay? And because it's in reverse, I feel like this Iku energy that I was talking about, that I feel like this is what Oshun is like in gratitude for. I feel like it's surviving these challenges, fighting against these forces. We got the fire, we got the water, getting out of water onto earth. Then we also have the fact that it's in reverse, this being run out of your own village, out of like the world that was your safe space, your family. This could be the people that, this was your home, whatever that represents for you, whether it's, a people, an energy, an actual house. This feels like this is what it all was about. And Oshun sits here partially naked, meaning she doesn't need much. She's in her nature. She's just being herself in this environment that's truly abundant and flourishing. It's like she has all this land for herself to just be in. And the fact that she's this open, it implies that there's that she like owns this land or owns this space. So her level of safety and comfortability that is there, and there's like, you can feel a sense like, okay, she doesn't need to be protected, but she is protected. You can get this sense that in her reverence to the sun energy, that she's like receiving this light, and she's allowing this light to nurture her, to heal her, to embody her. There's a thankfulness about this. There's a there's just this peace, and I can see why when she's looking back, or what's behind her is warring with these beasts, coming out of, and it could be also, this could be also her praying for the protection of her masculine as well, because these two cards that precede her this is a masculine fighting this dragon. This is a masculine coming out of waters, pulling himself out of water with the assistance of the earth element itself. And all from this happened because this village that was pillaged, it didn't either, if it happened, it didn't affect you. But if it didn't happen, it's what that energy was trying to do. Yeah, because the reverse tells me, like, if they were trying to run you out of your home or out of your space, it didn't happen. It didn't take, or it wasn't able to manifest because it's in reverse. That, or it was in the past that it happened. Yeah, because we have a guardian angel here. We have healing, pouring. It's like pouring energy into a vase to purify it, or to move it. This is, again, another energy that is very pure. And the purity, this is like also the crown chakra, bringing healing to the throat chakra. Because of her wings, and the veil that's over her has this very light violet color. And then the waters that she's pouring, it's very accentuated in that blue color. And then I don't know why I got the Mercury energy with the two vase and the way that the water's pouring. So it's like the left is pouring into the right. It's pouring water into the right. So it's pure waters that's being filled. Yeah, this woman, she's gone a long way, planting her seeds along the way, tending to her land, looking towards the horizon. She can see when the sun is setting, but she stands there, ready to continue the journey, ready to embark on the new day. She's definitely in communication with a spirit guide from the in-between realms. This guide is like very wise. This gives me a lot of Sophia energy. But in a warrior-like vibe. This guide protects the ancestors, protects those that have passed on, those spirits that are no longer in the physical realm. She's a protector of that. So I feel like this divine feminine is protected by this guardian for doing this healing. Give me a second. So we got Oshun that was praying for this masculine for all these trials and tribulations. And then we have a guardian angel that's healing the mind. And then we have this woman who's being guarded by a spirit, a protector of the dead. She brings truth in this realm. She's like a truth keeper, guardian of the gate. It's almost like she rules that realm. And because she has the sword of truth, she has a torch. So air and fire. And then there's this very Uranian energy with the lightning bolt behind her and the clouds. So it's like, but then you can see all this land. And she's just hovering over the tombs. So it's like, I'm here. I'm the protector of these tombs. Like, nobody's going to touch these tombs. It's like guarding the gate of the dead. Holy crap. Listen, I'm telling you, these cards are... Whew. I love them. I truly do. Because they tap into that aspect of Pluto within ourselves, or that aspect, that Scorpion energy. I find that everything that's hidden, the mysteries and the secrets, the things that are taboo, everything that we're not supposed to know, or everything that we're not supposed to be aware of, the things that are in the veil that we can't, beyond the veil, that we don't see but we sense. We know it's real because we can walk in those two realities. We can see those things more real than, or as real, not more necessarily. It doesn't have to be more, but at least, it could be more, but at least as important as the physical reality. It's like a precursor to reality, is how I see it. So then we have this beautiful 4 of fire. These 4 men have come a long way to bring light to a situation. Actually, I apologize. 3 men and a woman. 2 men, a boy, and a woman, or 2 men, an old man, and a woman. It's hard to tell if that's an old man or a little boy. But he's definitely smaller than the other 2 men. And then there's the woman. So they're moon people. In other words, they're very enlightened in the darkness. And it's like they're coming with this light to the shore. They're like waiting. It's like they're expecting the arrival. They're expecting the arrival of someone. But okay, so... Oh, it's like a celebration. Okay, so this is like a certain tribe, right? And they're coming to the shoreline at night. They're bringing their light. They're either showing being a post for the whoever's coming. I don't know if they're expecting a water deity, or are they expecting some travelers to come onto their shore. But they look expectant. They look they look like they're gonna be there until the arrival. Oh my God, that sounds so beautiful. What is this? What is it? Then we got the man. It's literally a man. I forgot what that's called. I mean, what is it? Who's the philosopher that drew the something man? I can't remember. Anyways, this naked man, arms extended out, legs like spread out, and he's just looking forward. I feel like he's balanced. The image has him surrounded in a star shape of white. It's almost like because then there's blue around that. So in this ocean or in this body of water or in this energy, he's got his 5-pointed star that surrounds him. It's like his aura of light keeps him in the water, but not of the water. In the light, but not of the light. Could be too. Or even in the darkness and of the light, because he is in a white light, right? So it's lit up where he is. It's completely bright. And he's encased in these dark waters. So it's like the depth of water. A starman. This is getting juicier and juicier. The earth. The earth here is protected by the snake, the sacred snake. But then you also have these 4 beings, celestial beings. You have the fish, you have the bird, you have the dragon, and you have the goat, or the ram. That's the ram, sorry. Give me a minute. It almost feels like the stars are aligned. The earth is protected. It almost feels like these people are aware of what's happening in the cosmos when it comes to the earth. And it has something to do with this star man. This is like a physical man that is a star, or a star that's manifested in a human being. And then these people that are waiting, or that they're ready to celebrate, or that they're I feel like it has to do with this person, right? It almost feels like, okay, it feels like these individuals from this tribe or whatever, there's like a prophecy that they're aware of, right? To them, this is a prophecy of this man. This could be like, like the story of Jesus, right? Like, oh, he's coming back kind of thing. But it's almost like, but this event is also like, it's not just this little tribe over here that's awaiting this. We got the celestials. We got the guardian of the earth protecting the earth. We got these 4 beings around the earth. It's like the water tribe, the air tribe, the fire tribe, and the earth tribe. They're all here. They're like, they're waiting for the smoke. Like, we're here, bitches. Let's go for it. Like, try me. The snake is like, oh, you're coming for my baby? You think you're gonna come for my baby? And then these other beings are like, it's like a tribe. I don't know. Tribe Earth is protected. Ace of Air. So there's a messenger. So maybe a message is coming. Okay. this messenger is bringing message. There's another. Okay, then there's 8 of errors. So it's like this message is about, he's like coming to inform there's still someone stuck in a cage, or there's still one of our people stuck in the cage. So there's an air person. It's going to be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. Or we caught someone in the golden cage, because this is like, this bird, right, is white. He's a messenger of, very, high frequency beings. Very Aquarian, very Uranus. So when this message comes in, it's about a crow that's in the center of a cage. And here's what's interesting. This cage has, right, these 8 levels or steps. This bird is on the 4th. So it's like on the 4th dimension, right? It's a crow. It looks like a protector. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 levels above him, above that bird. But what is this message about this crow? I feel like it's a animal totem, a protector, but it's in the cage, in the fourth chakra, in the heart. No, they're not. I feel like, because we got the enslaved prisoner. So this is an enslaved prisoner. Why? Why is this animal totem in the... is an enslaved prisoner? This is like, this enslaved prisoner, that's their animal totem, or that's their protector, their guardian spirit or whatever. And it's caged. Their heart is caged. And that's what this messenger bird is coming to tell. Oh, we got a magician here. A magician. What about this magician? It's almost like this magician is he's got bird totems of his own. He's got these hawks. He's sending out his... Okay, so as this messenger from a very high, very high frequency energy is coming to talk about this caged bird. I just heard like I know why oh my God, that poem just came up. I know why the caged bird sings. Oh, I love that poem from Maya Angelou. Now, oh crap. Now I have to read it. I have to. I remember that poem, but I don't know it by, Hold on. I know why the caged bird sings. All right, tell me. I want to just read the poem. It's not a book. It was a poem. Oh, I know how to do it. Okay, sorry. Hold up. Oh, I love technology sometimes. I don't want the poem summary. Full text, man. Wow. I know that Anyway, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings is Maya Angelou's heart-wrenching poem that reflects on the mindless oppression that the blacks were subjected back in the olden days. Her portrayal of the injustice using a free bird and a caged bird leaves us with a bitter taste that reminds us of the long abolished slavery. Holy shebangles. A free bird leaps, but a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. Maya Angelou, Caged Bird from Shaker. What? Okay. Ay, ay, ay. Listen, if you can find that poem, it would be great. I mean, it used to be like something that you can just get in a... You could have... Oh, here it is. Ha, ha, ha. From the Poetry Foundation. Okay. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends. A free bird leaps on the back of the wind and floats downstream till the current ends, and dips his wing in the orange sun rays and dares to claim the sky. But a bird that stalks down his narrow cage can seldom see through his bars of rage. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with a fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. The free bird thinks of another breeze, and the trade winds soft through the sighting trees, and the fat worms waiting on a dawn-bright lawn, and he names the sky his own. But a caged bird stands on the grave of dreams. His shadow shouts on a nightmare scream. His wings are clipped and his feet are tied, so he opens his throat to sing. The caged bird sings with the fearful trill of things unknown, but longed for still. And his tune is heard on the distant hill, for the caged bird sings of freedom. That was beautiful, beautiful. I know her other poem of, what is it called? I was just saying that one to my daughter the other day. We wear the mask that grins and lies. It hides our teeth and shades our eyes. This task we pay to human guile with something in myriad subtleties. Anywho, I loved her poetry in middle school. And I'm like, I try to tell my daughter, I'm like, you don't even know who that is? Maya Angelou? Like, how do you not know that? They don't show you this stuff in school? Maybe they do, and she just doesn't pay attention, but I doubt it. Anywho. Or, well, I don't doubt it. Okay, back to what we were doing. Oh, back to back? Interesting use of words. Back to back. Let's do this, people. So we're getting this story, okay? Is the story even making sense? Because we started off with these two people, the devil couldn't get to them, and then we had, like, the world was, like, perspectives were shifting, and this goddess is, like, in gratitude for the abundance and just praying over the dead. I also heard, like, maybe those that are, like, not lit, or those that are not awakened, or those that are not aware of the beauty of being here and now and alive, but also the things that are now that no longer hold power over us. These are things like these battles that were fought, these obstacles that were overcome, this challenge of being pushed out of your own space in some way and overcoming that, standing your ground on that, healing, communicating, being guided by spirit, and then feeling like, oh wow, this experience, I've come a long way with the 9 of Earth, and I'm able to continue to plant my seeds along the way. It's almost as if the path that she's walking, she's throwing, she's putting seeds on the ground that she walks on throughout her whole path. And she's able to look into the horizon and trust that she's being guided and trust that she's being protected. I mean, there's no need to look back at this point. It's like she's walked all this way on her own, right? But like we said at the beginning of the story, these two beings come together. So I feel like this is about her journey and what she's been through. And then recognizing that she embodies this protectress, goddess, protector of the dead, protector of those that can't defend themselves, protector of those that have passed on, that are still caged or still in some sort of victim mindset, or those that are not yet awakened to the truth of their soul journey, or their soul, or the truth of life even. Okay. And then we get to the celebration. This tribe is with the expectancy of this starman. This is like a very, like a celestial event or something major, right? But before this event occurs, this messenger comes to talk about this person that is the enslaved prisoner. They're still stuck. It's like, I feel like it might be like an emotional blockage, a heart chakra issue. And when this happens, then we got this magician that's now sending his crew. And let's see where they're headed towards. We got 2 3s here. We got the 3 of water, and then we got elevat, but they're both in reverse. Upright, it would be a balance of trines. I feel like this magician is sending these crows to harvest, or to take this food and this offering. Oh, this is a food and offering that Oshun was praying over. And this magician is sending his goons. It's like he's trying to will. Let me not call it goons, but I'm calling them goons because they look kind of dark. They look like they're doing the bidding of this magician. It's like they're being ordered. They're being used as they're like predatory animals. So it's like he's using his will to get this predatory energy to come and prey on the offering and on the food of this goddess. Oh my God. Ooh. This is to destable. Okay, because we have the 4 of earth in reverse. We have this goat on a rock, standing, each of his, what is it, hooves, his feet, man. Each of his feet are on a coin. So very steady and balanced, but it's in reverse. And I feel like that's what he's trying. This magician is sending these beings to attack, to take this offering from the goddess, to take this food, to create a reversal of karma, because we got the karma card right here. What a fucker. Oh, bastard. Who is this doofus? Some water being that's stagnant, some slow, cute little fella. Oh, this is funny. We got Scorpio energy, Mars, Pluto energy, the Four of Water. Okay, so this magician, I feel like he's kind of a slug-ish, or a slug, or some, hey, slugger. I don't know, why do they say that? But anywho, listen, it could just be an immature water sign. But yeah, maybe this person also, this is a person, hold up. This is a person with the enslaved prisoner. They're the ones in the cage? They're the ones? This magician is doing this for this enslaved prisoner. He's trying to take the abundance from the goddess in order to help release this enslaved prisoner. OMG, why? Why? To dwarves and gnomes came out. I feel like it's to get luck. Okay, well, it's kind of, I just got like a Robin Hood kind of vibes, like steal the wealth to give it to the poor kind of thing. Okay, we got the mermaid here underwater, and a dwarf and gnome. Okay, I gotta put this together. What in the world? Why is this magician? Okay, so this magician is doing this for this enslaved prisoner. But this Ace of Air messenger, coming to warn or to tell, something is like this celebration of this Starman that's coming, and all this that's happening like on the earth, or with this, maybe even this new consciousness on earth. This is happening, but why does it matter that this magician is trying to do this, take these things from the sun goddess and destabilize her in the name of karma, okay, according to this magician, for this stagnant water being that is emotionally imprisoned. So anywho, okay, so this enslaved prisoner received assistance from this magician in order to take from this goddess her offerings and her food, her abundance, right? In order to destabilize or to destabilize and bring karma. He wanted her, he wanted her karma, which has to do with the gnomes. But he was doing it for the mermaid. Okay. Okay, no, this is serious stuff. Somehow this person that's stuck, this event that's happening, this enslaved prisoner is not going to be able to participate in this event because they're stuck on this thing, right? And so because they're stuck, they can't get out of this emotional thing with this. So this man had this thing with this mermaid, and he got somehow emotionally stuck. So he got a magician to try to take the gifts and the offerings of this goddess in order to destabilize her. Wait. In order to bring instability, to balance out karma for this enslaved prisoner, they were trying to solicit the energies of luck, or of the gnomes, and of the mermaids. Okay. So it's like they use, in order for that, they were using elementals, earth energies, and working with, I want to say, like Lilith energies, or darker water energies, feminine energies. Oh, goodness. This can't be an impotent man trying to stifle a woman's energy for his own sexual gratification, possibly. I don't know. Or a man that cannot perform because emotionally he's stuck. Listen, I'm just saying what is showing up here. So I feel like despite that attempt, remember we said that the union is happening regardless, because here we have Oshumare, and it's a card of opposites being in harmony. I feel like that was a backstory of the journey that the divine feminine has taken to come into union with her divine masculine. And that devil energy in reverse that was trying to come between that was the backstory as to why. And this is like that new perspective that we said, having the air as a foundation, having our thoughts or our minds as a foundation now for our emotions and body, allows us to give reverence and gratitude. And it's like, we've been bestowed this grace for our reverence to that energy that we give gratitude for, that we rise for. And so in her memories, she can look back and say, wow, death was knocking at my door, challenging me with all these things, or challenging my divine masculine with all these things. And so to persevere despite all that, and to continue to plant your seeds, and to know your purpose even as a protector of those that cannot speak for themselves even. This is the coming of a new age, and that's what's being celebrated. This event has been kind of like set in the stars at some point. So it's like a cosmic truth or something like that. And somebody didn't like the truth of that. And so this enslaved prisoner that I guess got themselves caught up somehow in the situation where they left them, they look like they're in an island by themselves, but they're not happy. Meanwhile, remember we said Oshun was sitting in this energy where she's just free, right? She's free, she's safe, she's abundant, she feels beautiful, she's got, there's just more than enough. This guy, this enslaved prisoner, he's not, it's almost like he's stuck in his physical body, but he's also stuck in the fourth dimension, or stuck emotionally. So this Babalorisha is doing everything he can to attain these things in order to help this person stabilize, possibly, and change and reverse their karma, to get them out of stagnation, to bring a little luck, a little passion, maybe even, or to help them release or give in to even maybe that energy, like accept it, be open with it, or maybe embrace it in order to bring this balance. Okay. I mean, the balance is already there. It's just a matter of, some people keep themselves stuck. Some people release themselves and accept themselves and move forward. We have here someone that's diligently working on a craft. They're isolated, but they're doing something of value to themselves. It's like the term putting in all their efforts, like blood, sweat, and tears into it's something that is being done to manifest. It's being perfected. It's being done regularly. It's consistency, determination, and will, and perseverance. Yeah, someone's trying to manifest the earth element. This person is working towards building a balance in the earth realm. This could be material, money, something like a legacy, like a business, or a system, a program. So this person, this man, he's going to have to go through a door. In order to get in, this door is protected by the lion's gate. Holy fuck. You got two lions. You got a male and female, and they're on the two sides of the pillars, and there's a door. It's a door of fire. It looks very bland on the outside. It looks very like clear on the outside, but you don't know what's in that door. So this person that wants to manifest balance in his physical, he has to walk through this door. And it's green. So I'm getting heart chakra. I'm getting like this is the backstory of this man, that the enslaved person guy. I feel like this is his backstory. He looks like, I'm going to make this happen. I'm going to make this happen. Like, no matter what, he's just busting his ass there, working really hard to make his earth energy balanced. But he's got to walk through this two of fire. Let's see. Well, if he walks through as this is a man wearing like a costume of hay. I feel like he was like, this is so stupid. It's like, all right, I'm going to put on this costume of hay as an offering to this temple of fire. But he's wearing it. So it's like, are you not aware of what will happen to you if you walk in there? Like, okay, are you going to take off the hay and then throw it in the fire? Or are you going to walk in as this fire? Because if you're walking in as this hay. Because if you're walking in as if you were this bag of hay kind of thing, you're going to burn up. You're going to burn. It's like, it's like the Trojan horse gone wrong. I'm just gonna go covertly in there and pretend I'm this gift of hay. And they're gonna be so happy to see me, right? Because fire loves hay. Fire gets real big with hay, but then he gets burned. That's why when he was working so diligently, he looks like he has burn marks. Couldn't handle that heat. Oh God. Oh. Oh God. Okay, so now we have Ogun. I feel like this is the counterpart to Oshun. This is a warrior right here. He's got his spears. He's got his sword. He's strong. He's confident. He's wearing blue. I feel like he's very communicates clearly his desires. I mean, it's covering his sacral area. So, his root chakra. But he also wears like a shield over his head. I get a lot of like air energy from this guy. So let's see. So we got the fire element in reverse after this god. All right, let's see what, because we were talking about. Oh, hold on. Somehow I'm getting like this God shut down that fire because he knew that this enslaved, what was he again? Oh my jeez. What do we call him? The enslaved? Oh my goodness. Wait, I'm dropping this here. Let's go, let's go.
Let's do this.
Where'd it go? Oh, here it is. The enslaved prisoner. Oh, jeez. Okay. So this enslaved prisoner was doing this stuff, right, in order to get his money up or in order to get something, busting his ass to try to balance out the earth element because it was out of balance somehow. Physical. It could be the physical body, it could be material. So he needed to walk through this, door of fire, and he tried to be slick about it. He tried to come as being a source for the fire, for the temple of fire, but he wasn't a source for the temple of fire. He was pretending to be the source. In other words, what would make the fire expand or grow or be fed. But this God, Ogun, he protected this fire, or he shut down the fire. Let's see. We have Eshu. Oh my. He had to he had to shut it down in order for Eshu to go in another, not to take it or not to go away, or listen, break time, because I'm getting a little bit trying to figure out, like, you got this one God with his spear. It looks like he's holding down this fire, or like keeping it from blowing up, or keeping it from going, crazy. Oh! So when this guy wanted to walk in there and pretend to be the source for this temple, it was almost like this was supposed to be the offering in order for him to get this fire. But again, he was coming as the appearance of this thing, but he wasn't that. And it's like the reason he was doing it was to get the fire, because he's holding something in his hand, almost like if it would be like it looks like machinery or something weird like that, like a device. Okay, so what I feel like, he went in pretending to be like, oh, I'm going to be the source for your fire, for your good, right? For the temple of fire, I'm going to make this, I'm going to feed this fire, I'm going to maintain this fire, I'm going to keep this fire going really well. But it wasn't for that. He wanted to infiltrate in order to get the fire for himself. But Ogun came along and blocked it and stopped it. It's almost like either he shut down the fire so that it couldn't be taken or stolen, or he did it to get them to go in a different direction. And sure enough, that spirit did go in a different direction. It took like it went towards direct. Oh wow, it was like this person was really in like lower vibrations. Okay, this was like a dark magician. Oh, okay. This is the Dark Magician's backstory and the enslaved prisoner. So that we got the enslaved prisoner story, right? But remember, he used the magician to do this for him, to help him do this. And so when Ogun came and shut it down, because Ogun is a god, he screwed over this magician in a way, because he turned him from what he was doing, this dark magic, but he redirected him to face Oshola. This is like the god of the gods. And the god of the gods is ready to have a chat with him. It's like God coming in physical form to face him directly. He's walking right into it. But he's so like drunk. Actually, not even drunk. He's so like, he doesn't even see what he's about to face. And God is coming with love. A peace offering even. But this guy, he thinks he's like his shit don't stink. He acts like very arrogant. Like he rules his world. He rules his world, but it's nothing compared to the God of the gods, where the God of the gods is like, I'm your father. It's like a father disciplining his young son that's entitled or thinks he owns the world, and he's about to teach him, yo, no, you're not about to walk around these streets acting foolish like this. I feel like that is going to be the victory for that tribe that's waiting for that Starman. Oh my God, that's what they're waiting for. They want retribution for that, because that enslaved person could have been one of them and fell off, or like was like, I guess what you would call like a fallen angel kind of thing. But that magician is about to deal with God, because that magician interfered with the goddess. And God wasn't playing with that. And by that I mean, okay, the divine feminine was attacked by that enslaved prisoner's magician with the consent of that enslaved prisoner. The difference is that the prisoner didn't know consequences like the magician is supposed to know, right? Or was supposed to know. But the magician didn't even know his own consequences. It's like he knew the consequences for the enslaved person. And I think that's what the outrage was about, perhaps. Because the magician did some karmic damage to the enslaved prisoner, kept him locked, kept him from participating in that event. And so the event ends up happening anyway with this divine masculine and this divine feminine. But this divine masculine, in order to protect the divine feminine, he didn't allow what the magician was doing to affect. It's like he didn't allow it to happen, or he stopped it from happening, or he had to take matters into he had to turn off the fire. That's warmth. That's shelter in a certain kind of way. that's passions. He had to remove it in order for it not to be taken as a he was trying to taking from the goddess, taking what the goddess was offering God in order to change his own karma. But he consented to the magician doing this based on him being emotionally stuck. So when Ogun came along and put a stop to it, it redirected the magician's efforts. But now he's walking right into God. In other words, he needs to face God with what he did, because he should have known better. And he didn't. So now that tribe is able to have a victory because Ogun was able to defeat that energy and rescue his divine feminine. But it's like justice for his divine feminine is what God is bringing, because that's what comes after this God of the crossroads, when this magician is uses the energy of Eshu, or has Eshu work for him in the underworld kind of thing. And that energy is got redirected. And God is bringing that into balance for a victory for this tribe. Yeah. So now there's, so he does get freed. They free him. They bring him to land, but he needs to heal. He needs to. I feel like the messengers are coming to help. The messengers are that one bird that I mentioned earlier that came with a message about the event. That clan, that tribe, or that spirit family is going to help heal this enslaved prisoner, because he does get free, but his journey will eventually produce, because the message from Earth is that he will attain his abundance after he heals. The gnomes that they were trying to use for luck to take from the goddess, the gnomes are still there with all the abundance of the earth, waiting to share it, waiting to give it. They're like impartial to the situation, but once he heals, he'll be able to access that energy. Yeah, and I do see that he will be putting in work. Basically putting in the work to get his own food, or to supply himself with the life that he wants. A lot of healing with the moon energy here. Going from that broken heart that he had, he felt literally stabbed in the, he felt like he was stabbed in the heart. And he kind of just left that there. It was like he sacrificed his heart. And it brought darkness to him. I feel like an elder in his life was ill. And there was a lot of confusion. It was like there was confusion about where or how he fit in, because he was covered in this aura that was very dark. We're still speaking about this karmic energy. He feared the challenge of the unknown. He couldn't see his own power. And he couldn't see what he did. He couldn't see the trail left behind of his destruction, which was very, there was a lot of beauty in his reality that he basically scorched to the ground with his fiery force, with a lot of, abrupt explosions. He was being assisted too by the fairies, being brought, information, a lot of spiritual guidance from the waters. Yeah, like we said, the enslaved prisoner, I feel like he's a water creature, meaning, could be a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio. But, the fairies were like trying to bring, light ideas, joy, lightness to their darker, watery natures, and help them balance out their waters. But they got taken over, or they were, I feel like they just went under very quickly. They were taken over by their dark waters and overwhelmed mentally. They were almost like, I feel like they let lust affect them, or they let appearances affect them somehow. Like they had like a certain image of what a woman is that looks like that. If she looks like this, she's this. And if she acts like that, she's that. And it was very like fixed in such a way that it's like either this is the ideal or this is not the ideal. And it was so much so that it's like, okay, couldn't see the purity, couldn't see beyond the physical, couldn't appreciate the naturalness, couldn't see or reflect on the beauty of the divine feminine. And now this couple is celebrating. They're very open with each other. They're very free with each other. They're very affectionate with each other. They see each other. They're touching each other. Like they're very close. There's a lot of passion. But they have their feet over her. Like he's pure. He's wearing white to cover his root chakra, to put it nicely. And then her outfit, which was all red, is on the ground, and she's fully naked. So it's like they can overcome her passions through his purity for her. because they both have one foot over it. It's like they can control there's self-control, there's respect, there's an essence of there's just purity in the passion that they have for one another. Oh, there's a lot of hungry little birds. So they're about to get fed because there's a crew of sailors that are collecting and gathering food for these little birds that don't, it's almost like they're not abandoned, but this union has been a long time in the process of being created. And it's almost like, you know what, it's like everything is taking care of itself. There's things that are being done behind the scenes in the darkness that we don't see. So let's enjoy this moment. Let's be in this present moment. And sure enough, this celebration, it's only indicating that there is abundance that comes from it, that there's plenty for the children. There's plenty of sunlight. There's plenty of moonlight. Like it just feels like this balance of both realms of earth and air and water and fire. I think I'm going to leave it at that. Oh, the Two of Water. I was going to let it go, but it's almost like it closed out. It started off with this Two of Air, these two beautiful, they're not ducks. They're like, maybe they are white ducks. I don't know. But they're swans. They're swans. These two swans, the Two of Air, and then it ends in Two of Water. These two, remember I said that they weren't touching at first, that they were like, okay, are we going to join together? Are we going to, are we going to do this or not do this? And it's like they're face to face right at the beginning of the story. And then here it ends with these two, what are they called? Seahorses. These two seahorses, they're touching at the heart. They're touching, they're eye to eye, but their little pecks, their little beaks or mouth or whatever is touching. They're joined at the center. They're joined at the top, and then they're joined at their little tails at the bottom. And again, the perfect symmetry, the perfect reflection. So it's like now they've emotionally bonded. They've created it's so cool. Like when you look at it, it has this far away, like if you kind of squint your eyes, you can see it has this like heart shape. I'm going to leave it at that. I love this. I hope you did too. We'll talk soon. Take care.